Welcome to Out West US. In this video, we're exploring historic Dayton, Nevada. We first visited Dayton years ago on our loneliest Highway 50 trip, which I'll link below. We were fascinated by the historic downtown area and all of the history here, and we knew we wanted to return and spend more time. A great first stop is the Dayton Museum. The museum is in the old schoolhouse, which is the second oldest in Nevada and the oldest to remain in its original location. Outside, you can find flyers for a historical walking tour. The museum has all kinds of interesting artifacts, and our docent David had a lot of interesting stories to tell. Dayton has some great historic buildings and a lot of interesting history. We spent the morning wandering around and talked to a few locals. Dayton was the first settlement in Nevada, although many believe that designation belongs to the Mormon settlement in Genoa. It's an ongoing rivalry. The Odeon Saloon was one of my favorite places. Upstairs there's a stage where Mark Twain once spoke. And the billiards room was the filming location for the Clark Gable and Marilyn Monroe film The Misfits. It was the last movie for both actors. There are pieces of history everywhere you look in town. This particular barn once housed camels that were used in transporting mining supplies. Our museum docent, David, took us to see the inside of the old firehouse. Yeah, that's good.
Alright, they call this one Granny. It's the 1935, got converted over by American to France, and started using it in February of '36. The floods and filled it up.
Oh, geez, huh?
So within 1 week, and they had to go through another, which is where all the steel came from.
Yeah, that's like going.
For like 3 days or something like
Oh,
that.
man.
And then some warrior, I don't know the history on that, it's just a way to carry.
The back of the fire station housed the jail after the courthouse burned down. Mail-order jail cells were installed to complete the jail. Inmates were allowed out for 10 minutes a day in the room, and several wrote messages on the walls that were uncovered when the old plaster was removed during a renovation. During our visit, we stayed at the nearby Dayton State Park. There's a short trail from the campground that takes you to the Rock Point Mill site. This cave, called Hermit's Cave, was inhabited into the 1970s. The Rock Point Mill was constructed in 1861 to process ore from Virginia City. It's one of the largest mills in the area, and it was supplied with water from the Carson River by a large dam. By 1860, the mill had 56 stamps. It burned down and was rebuilt twice in its history, and it operated until 1920 when it was dismantled and moved to Silver City. For 32 years, the site was used as the local dump. In 1977, it was transferred to Nevada State Parks. We thoroughly enjoyed our trip to Dayton, Nevada, and we highly recommend that you add it to your list of Nevada cities to visit. Thanks so much for watching.